What's up, people? This is We Are Shelfside Spurs Show TV. Is that right?
That's
is that
what we're
correct?
going with. That's
what we're going with. No. Thank you for tuning into We Are Tottenham TV with the Shelfside Spurs Show boys, me and Nick, here to get your instant match reaction. So, Nick, tell me how you feel.
Well, I feel a lot calmer than I did after the... take that off now.
Yeah.
After that first half. A fantastic first half with Hugo. He kept us in it. They had 5 or 6 chances, and that was absolutely fantastic. Second half, again, we came out, we scored, we had the. Are you right there?
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay, just changing things. Yeah,
switching the channel.
Okay,
sorry.
So yeah, look, we came out second half.
Yep.
And just like Bob Spurs said, I think, don't worry, it's going to be comfortable. Mm-hmm. And, Harry Kane dropped back into midfield and was the puppet master.
Was it comfortable, though, really? I mean, was it as comfortable as the second half against Newcastle?
Yeah, I would say so. I think that, look, the second goal went in. The heads dropped, then the third, then the fourth. And after that second goal sort of calmed the nerves after that very physical first half. I think that, I think it was, I wasn't worried then. Once that second went in, we just knew they were going to go and get the third because Villa then had to come at us. And that's
true.
And that's how we like teams to do, come at us.
Is that no, I don't want to overblow it, but is that something to concern you? The fact that we seem to, or we have in the last couple of games, played a game of 2 halves, where the first half it's been sort of pressure, the second half we've been a lot better.
No, look, I don't think so. I don't think so. Look, if we can put 2 halves together like the second half, the last 2 games, then absolutely teams are going to get absolutely annihilated. But hey, look, I will be happy for the next 8 games to have the first half like that and the second half like we had today, like we had against Newcastle. Absolutely.
Right. Specific highlights. Who impressed you the most? Who would be your man of the match?
My personal man of the match, I think, is Hugo. I know, like we were just saying at the end of the stream, with Son scoring 3, but if Hugo doesn't make those saves in the first half, I don't think we're chasing shadows. We're chasing the game like they're chasing the game. So it's very, for me, Hugo Lloris.
Excellent stuff. Personally speaking, I think I agree with you when it comes to Hugo. He really was. He kept us in that game. It would not have ended. We would not have been able to have had such an emphatic victory without his efforts in goal. The quality of the shots that he was, or the quality of the saves that he was making, show to me that even at this age, he is still one of the top goalkeepers. He's a great goal scorer. He's scored none. He one of the top goalkeepers in the country. I can't rate him highly enough. If I'm being honest, I still say that his distribution is his weakest part. But every player has got a weak side to their game, and that's his. When it comes to shot stopping, he's supreme. And he showed it today, I think. So I would agree with you when it comes to man of the match.
Yeah.
What do you guys think in the chat? Who's your man of the match? Anyone out there, if you want to tell us who you think? And yeah, it's been a 4-0 Spurs victory. Clean sheet as well. We are now on... How many points are we on now, Nick?
57.
57 points.
Say 57. Is 57 right? I think 57 is right.
57 points plus 19.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Let me just have a quick look. 57 points plus 19 goal difference plus 10 goals ahead of Arsenal. 3 points ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal have a game in hand. We play first next weekend. We could be 6 points and 20 plus goals in goal difference. By the time they go and play Southampton. So look, that's something to look forward to. But look, we want to hope that Doherty coming off, there wasn't too much of an issue there. Obviously, that foul on Kane. let's come through. You know, the players. We've got another 6 days that Conte's got with the players, and let's see where we can go. But yeah, look, what a turnaround from last weekend. I was getting stuff from fans saying, "Oh, enjoy being fourth for 24 hours." Well, it's been longer than 24 hours, guys.
I think so.
So we'll enjoy it a little bit longer.
And actually, since we took that fourth spot, we haven't actually dropped out of it because of Arsenal's result. I thought that outside of that pressing that Villa thing, when we weren't being discombobulated, for want of a better phrase, I thought that everyone actually played well with one or two exceptions. I mean, Kulusevski was excellent again, as he was. Bentancur had a bit of a sort of a 50-50 game. In some places very good, in other places not so much. Would you say that has been one of his weaker performances since he's joined?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's worst. If we were talking about at half time, Kulusevski came out, but also, Bentancur came out second half. He was pressing higher up, and that made the difference, really, in that second half. Like we were saying, that midfield play, getting that second ball, that's where, that's one of his poorer games, yes, but he hasn't had many. So, based on everything else, I wouldn't say, based on what we've seen in previous games and driving, especially at home, look, get the guys home, get them wrapped up and get them ready for Brighton because, I can't wait for next Saturday now. It's going to be absolutely rocking. Absolutely rocking.
We need to show the world how a North London side deals with Brighton. A proper North London side deals with Brighton. In defence, Romero, I thought he had another top draw performance. Again, demonstrating the skill set. That aggression was so beautifully marshalled and channeled the way that he did against Newcastle. What were your thoughts on Romero?
Well, the good thing is he wasn't booked.
Yes.
So now the yellow cards are all rescinded.
Absolutely.
So that for me was as good as winning that game because he gets booked today, booked against Brighton. He's missing the Leicester and the Liverpool game, and then that could potentially throw in a little bit of wobbles, a little bit of the Spursy comments,
Absolutely.
a little bit of what's happening. So look, he's clear now. We know we've got him now with no worries about making tackles. And do you know what? Actually, 3 games in a row he hasn't been booked.
Yeah.
And we were all worried about his, I guess his mentality and I guess the way that he plays his game. And the last 3 games have been absolutely fantastic.
Superb stuff. What about the other 2 central defenders, Dyer, Davis? I didn't think they did anything particularly bad. I thought they were solid and dependable as they have been since Conte's come in.
Yeah, that excuse me, that defensive unit. Even we were worried about what would happen when Doherty came off. But yeah, either side, Davis, Dyer. Just solid again, and they were rewarded, and they were rewarded with that clean sheet, and I think that's what that for as much as the strikers get off on scoring goals, assists, and some fantastic play, the defence and the goalkeepers get off on clean sheets. And
absolutely,
today was a massive statement, right? Because we knew what had happened with Arsenal, we knew that people were talking about pressure and what that would do to us, but. Actually, we've, and especially after that first half, there would have been a lot of Spurs fans sat there watching it at home, watching us, thinking, are we going to, because we've had chances this season where we have had the opportunities to go into the top 4. We've had games in hand. We've been ahead, and we haven't taken it. But now, like I said at the top of the show, with Conte at the business end of the season, he's the guy that we need for this business end of the season because he's just got the players look like they have that different mentality. And yes, we're still one game at a time. We don't want to have any injuries. I mean, that tackle from Ashley Young, oh my word, I was sat there thinking, please no, please no, please no, glass ankles.
Yeah.
So we're still there, right? But we've got a bit of breathing space. We've got Brighton, Brentford, and then Leicester, I think, is the next 3 games. Right, and look, we thought there'd be a banana skin today. I'm quite happy to keep thinking there'll be a banana skin, and then we get to Liverpool.
Sure.
And I always said we get to Liverpool, and that's going to be the marker of where we are and where everyone else is as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I think every game from now until the end of the season, outside of that Liverpool game, could be a potential banana skin. The Premier League is the most competitive league in the world, or the toughest league in the world. Every single one of those teams, with maybe the exception of Norwich, are a threat. So to sort of win any game in the Premier League is an achievement. But so every game could be a banana skin. But as you say, taking it one game at a time, I think is the key. We need to. I think we've shown resilience. But part of the process, or part of what we'll need to do in order to make sure that we can get some success out of this season, is making sure that our players stay injury free, and that's where we come to our wing backs. Doherty went off early from a Matt Cash challenge, which I thought was rash. We'll come to the referee's performance as well, with the fact that he should really have been wearing claret and blue. But we'll come to that. With regard to our wing backs, let's talk about Emerson Royal. I thought he was okay in bits, but a lot of the weaknesses and a lot of the things that he does that make him seem unsuitable for a Spurs side reared their heads, in my view. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah, look, absolutely. There was the losing the ball, trying to spray passes that were never on, making rash tackles. It was almost like the Emerson Royal of old, and I think part of that is playing away from home. I think there was a lot more. Last week he started. The first 15, 20 minutes, probably both of them started in the same sort of vein, but they grew into the game because they had the crowd and the support and everything else. Now, obviously, the crowd and the support at Villa Park is not going to be as big as it would be at White Hart Lane. So, I think part of it is that. And look, I don't think Conte would have played them in the same position if he didn't trust them. And at the moment, he trusts them. So, if Conte trusts them, we need to trust them. I need to trust them. So for me, it wasn't, I wasn't wowed by it. He was probably our poorest player on the pitch today. But then in the same respect, we know that the attacking options from the opposition are going to come down that side, because I didn't see anything really go down Reggie's side.
No, me neither.
And I think it's I think it's just we just need to get behind the boys and realise that people are going to have poor games. People are going to have these types of things that happen. And it wasn't his best, but Conte wanted him there. So if Conte wants him, we need to want him. We need to support him. Let's stop this, this narrative of getting. But the boys are there, and we need to, all 11 people on the pitch. We just need to support them, whether you like them or not, whether you think they're this or they're that. We need to get behind this team because they're showing to us that they want this.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
that's a good shout. Super chat here from Night Video. Son Heung Messi, Sonaldo Nazario. Yeah, he was good. He was very good. I love the fact that he got a hat-trick. He's now scored the most goals that he's scored in a Premier League campaign. I still would give the man of the match to Lloris, purely because he saved our skins in that first half and allowed us to go on and win 4-0. Talk to me, Nick. Tell me, how was Mr. Tottenham today for you?
Well, Young Min Daddy, I think is what Jacob will be talking about over in America. But look, he absolutely bossed it. But it comes from, Kane, it comes from Lloris, but to get a hat-trick and to, like you said about his tally for this year, we've got another 8 games. Again, he stays fit. Could he hit 30 plus? Potentially, looking at who we've got to play.
14 goals in 8 games?
Scored 3 today.
That put me in my place. No, absolutely. Do you think... I know a lot of people, and we'll talk about him right now, but a lot of people are saying Kane can get can get the golden boot this season. Is there a possibility that our top scorer isn't going to be Kane, but might actually be Sonny?
Yeah, look, I said this again. I've said some things about Kane. Us winning 3-0, Kane scoring a hat trick, Kane being the golden boot winner. Salah's finished. I'll keep saying it. If it means that one of them do it and we get top 4, I don't really care. I'll quite happily sit and go, "Yep, I said it. I was wrong." I mean, I might not go as far as eat a stupid, ridiculously chip like you're going to do, but
not today.
But yeah, look, I'll keep saying it. I don't care who does it. Either, both of them together, they're on that wavelength. You just to watch them, and obviously we've watched them on the TV today. But when you see them live in that stadium and they're playing the balls around and they don't even need to look. They know where each other are. They play it's just sublime. Kane's playing no-look passes. Sonny's running into the channels. It's just fantastic. Just fantastic.
And speaking of Kane today, what did you think?
I think he was pretty much invisible that first half. I think we can all agree that was probably, that was probably true. But then again, he came out like we were talking about in the comments, and people were saying he needs to drop back. He needs to get involved, and that's what he did. Christophe Cavalets, again, I hope you do it. Welcome to Silver. Thank you for that.
Is Christoph a new? Yes. Oh, fantastic! A new subscriber. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Thank you for joining.
I think I don't know about you, but he just dropped back a little bit, and with the defence and the midfield kind of all pushing up and pressing, it allowed them to create more space. We got to that second ball, and it allowed him to do what he's been doing the last few weeks, and spraying balls, passes. I mean, the two headers or the two balls through for Sonny to score.
I agree.
Was incredible. He just looked behind his shoulder,
knew where Sonny was going to be.
He was, picked it out. Sonny runs through. Goal, just incredible.
So just one final player to talk about, and we're talking about the sort of the telepathy that Kane and Son have. It seems that telepathy is also involving a third player, Kulusevski. He seems to be on the wavelength of Kane and Son, really, really linking up well with those two. How did you find Decky today?
Again, very similar to Kane. He had a very quiet first half. Sorry, and then it almost came alive. It was like Newcastle all over again. They'd gone in at half time. We'd weathered the storm. And he came out second. I was like a different player, to have that vision, to run, to the ball that you then played into just
for Son's third. That was
just
amazing.
Incredible, and
absolutely.
Just that was a great team goal, from all the way from the back from Emerson Royale, all the way to to that. And I just it was a great finish, absolutely spectacular finish for that goal. So. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Superb. So, Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 4, sitting pretty in fourth, plus 19 goal difference, 10 more than Arsenal, and we're 3 points ahead of them, even with that fabled game in hand. Tell us, Spurs fans, are you starting to believe? Thank you for joining us on We Are Tottenham TV and the Shelfside Spurs Show Invasion. That's been the instant fan reaction, and as always, come on you Spurs.